guys on the goat boat.
A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Dario Saric is out there with Lou Dort. Then there's Holmgren. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1.
And scouts question whether Gilgeous-Alexander could finish through contact. There's your answer.
MP way outside. The long distance three is barely.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Giddey, covered by Vassell. Giddey, no good. Ryan against Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
I think he would say that's completely not true, but he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
And here is Dort after the three-pointer from Bryant. 2 on the clock. Dort finds Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Bryant looking over the floor. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. And the Thunder going the other way now. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You would have liked to have seen them make some adjustments and attack the rim, but they just kept firing from distance and couldn't get much to fall.
Hands it from downtown. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Vassell. Giddey, no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Nuggets. Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And the three ball is good.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Saric. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Gilgeous-Alexander against Bryant. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays. And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Bryant. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Giddey. And here is Dort. Up top, Giddey, covered by Vassell. From 12 feet out. Rebound by Sochan. San Antonio leading by 7. The 3 from Bryant. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the pass to Dort. Saric trying to break free. Good work defensively by Johnson. Here's Bryant, and finished off by Bryant.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
The Thunder with another miss. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That is his first foul. Williams, he's checked in for Holmgren. Kenrich Williams comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. And it's Dort in for Williams. Now here's Giddey. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Giddey. No good from outside.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Lou Dort out there with Williams. Then it's Williams. And it's Giddey in at the 2. You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past. A few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Denver delivered quite a performance. He had 35 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And here is Giddey after the three-pointer from Ryan. To halt the run, Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And a nice shot by Bryant.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Saric is checked in. Giddey kicks to Williams. Ryan against Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. Here's Saric. Rebound by Sochan. Sochan's got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3 from Bryant. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Giddey. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Johnson, he's checked in for Bates Diop. Lee comes in for Devin Vassell. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Javonte Green. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Holmgren's checked in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the made shot from Bryant. Pass to Dort. They could use a bucket. Rebounded by the Spurs. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
For a number of reasons, depth seems to become more important every year.
And that one drops.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Bryant against Gilgeous-Alexander. The tray. And again, the three-point shot from Bryant. Bryant's got 44.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And so it's the San Antonio. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. And there's Bryant, and it's Bassey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. And so Bryant will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. Pass to Sohan. Johnson kicks to Bryant. Launches a three. And another one.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple of
substitution on the court.
There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. The three from connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. The three ball. And again for three.
He is unstoppable here. Hits again from beyond the arc.
What a historic night for him. Shooting the ball, he now stands GA by himself for third place in most threes all time. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's around the perimeter ready to fire.
And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so it's San Antonio.
Thunder, 34.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the...
Substitution.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Spurs.
Brada, shooting one.